Hi, I'm James Schillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, and I'm here in Orlando at Universal Resort for the Nexion conference, which is Nexion Travel's annual event. And of course, I'm here with Jackie Friedman, who's the president of Nexion Travel Group. And this also happens to be the 30th anniversary of Nexion. And so we've had a big celebration here. We're at the last day. And we're going to talk to Jackie a little bit about a lot of things going on with Nexion, including the 30th anniversary. And you're going to find out about that and more on Insider Travel Report. Jackie, first of all, thank you for inviting me to your celebration.
You are always on our invite list, James.
Yeah, well, it was a marvelous event. We just had a 30th anniversary party last night, and it was really special. But let's talk a little bit about Nexion Travel Group today. First of all, roughly how many advisors do you have in the group?
So we're at about 6,400 advisors in both the U.S. and Canada.
Okay, and how many did you get in the past year? I mean, I think you gave us a number, but it was roughly about how many?
So year to date, about 850 have joined. Some have left, but we're definitely seeing some good net positive growth. And
then I know you don't give exact financials, but roughly what do they sell a year?
Collectively, we're probably approaching $1 billion.
Oh, wow. So that's great. So and I happen to know, and it was even before your time, I was there at the founding of Nexion. It was another name back then. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, and that's what I did want to talk a little bit about it. Actually, first I want to ask, where do your advisors come from? Who are they?
It's interesting. We find that they come from a lot of places. We do get some that are experienced. They may come from other agencies, but a lot of whom we're bringing on are actually new to the industry. So we did some surveys, and we really wanted to know where they're coming from, what backgrounds, and there's some common themes. Some of them come from the medical profession. Mm-hmm. Nurses make great travel advisors, teachers, salespeople, sales and marketing people from other industries. We also have a military scholarship program, so some of them have military backgrounds. But
they all have a common passion for travel, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, that was the number one driver that they all had for coming into the industry. But if you have that passion for travel and that ability to connect with people, and if you think about a lot of those professions, that is a common aptitude for folks that are successful, liking to help people. In this case, plan dream vacations.
And a lot of your advisors were up there. You have your Nexion Talks, and they're talking about that, about how that's what their common theme was, yeah. I think. And so, that's who they are. Now, you're celebrating your 30th anniversary. Maybe you give us the short form. We're going to actually have a column by Jackie, hopefully later, which was drawn from her address to the delegates here, to the travel advisors, talking about the history of it. But give the short form of Nexion was formed 30 years ago, and how did it evolve?
So folks that have been in the industry for 30 or more years know that 1995, which is the year Nexion was born, was a pivotal year because it was the year that
the commission caps,
first capped and cut commission. So Nexion started off not as a host agency, but as actually a technology solution, addressing the need for the advisor or agency at that time that realized a major revenue stream has gone away. Yeah. I need to change how I operate. I need to start charging service fees, but I might also need to reduce operating costs. So Nexion enabled them to give up their ARC appointments, give up their storefront agencies, and they could sell travel anywhere where they had an internet connection. It actually provided access.
And also, no matter what GDS you had, it was GDS neutral. You could be on Sabre or Apollo or WorldSpan or whatever, right?
Yeah, it was access to all four, and you could even, through syntax mapping, use a Sabre format in Amadeus if you needed to get content out of Amadeus. So it was really a technology before its time. And then slowly, as folks came on board and they were selling other travel products, cars, hotels, cruises, tours, they realized that what they had was even more than that technology solution. So it was a business that was actually born out of an industry disruption. Fast forward to 2003, that's where I first became involved.
Yeah, you were a travel agent, but then you transitioned to be part of Sabre, right?
Part of Sabre, and Sabre acquired Nexion back in the fall of 2003.
And then they said, you deal with it, right?
Then they gave me the opportunity of a lifetime. When you think back to those pivotal moments, and that was one of them. And then 7 years after that, we were acquired by what is now Internova Travel Group. And that really was a game changer, because now all of a sudden we were part of a company where we were part of their core business. At Sabre, we were not part of their core business. Obviously, they were a global distribution system. But at Internova, we had our place, our home, and that's where we've really started to thrive. And so 15 of the 30 years have been spent as part of Internova.
No, and it really has been made the focus on the travel advisor, as you have. Yep. And of course, your entire career really has been focused since the beginning there on travel advisors. And you've been you were recently chair of ASTA. Mm-hmm. We talked at ASTA, and you've really supported the trade in all ways.
Yeah, I love this industry, and most people that get into it can't get out of it or don't want to get out of it. But the thing that I love most about it is just working with small business owners, travel advisors, watching them from brand new to the industry to successful entrepreneurs. I couldn't be prouder. So.
No, in fact, you have a lot of those here, and I thought the group that you had on stage last night, at the general session yesterday, was just amazing. People who you call millionaires and Circle of Excellence, mm-hmm. and they've done so well. They really have become great sellers of travel. Now, let's talk a little bit about what's been going on this year. What are some of the sort of major new products and services that you've introduced over the past year to really help your members?
Yeah, so, a couple of things. First of all, we are migrating to the new SNAP platform. Mm-hmm. Nexion had our original SNAP program probably for about 12, 13 years, but we're migrating onto a new program that has new features, the ability to see airline commissions at source, the ability to book NDC airline tickets. So that's certainly one. We launched a couple of new education programs this year. We had our inaugural Cruise Sales Summit in Port Canaveral earlier this year. And we recently announced that next year we'll be up in Vancouver, so that advisors can learn a little bit more about the Alaska product and the ships that go to Alaska. So we continue to add more and more education programs. Our marketing programs also continue to grow. Mm-hmm. Last year we launched a program called The Lab, which is our marketing team will work with our advisors to help them with creative assets, from a logo to business cards to flyers for consumer events, but just some consultation and design at a nominal price. So, that's been very popular as well.
Yeah, so you're giving them even more programs now to help them. The training is amazing. It's one of the best training programs I know to get everyone unloaded onto the system and really be part of the group, and also become a travel advisor.
It's interesting because adults learn differently. And when we look at our population of advisors, we've got folks that are brand new to the industry, folks that have a couple of years, and then folks that have 40 plus years of experience. Regardless of where they are with their career, though, they always want to stay informed, stay educated. So we realized, let's have some online training, some virtual training, and in-person training. Larger events, smaller, more boutique events. We really try and meet them where they are and give them the type of learning experience that is going to be best for them.
Now, how you mentioned earlier when you were acquired by the Internova or its predecessor, how important has Internova been to Nexion in terms of the resources they're able to and also the clout, I guess, in the market to make the Nexion even better?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. It has been absolutely instrumental. Let's start with airline commissions and the ability to make money selling air. So we have programs for advisors, whether they use a GDS or whether they don't, so anyone can take advantage of that. Our hotel programs, they have access to
select, right?
Select, curated, and worldwide hotel programs, as well as our in-country partners, DMC programs. So again, they have access to all of that.
And then Agent Profiler, of course, which is one of their programs. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the Travel Leaders Network platforms, Agent Profiler, Leaders Edge website, and of course engagement. What we've been able to do, though, is to layer our exclusive marketing programs on top of the Travel Leaders Network programs. So our advisors actually get the best of both worlds, the TLN programs as well as the Nexion exclusive marketing programs. And just the sheer amount of expertise and knowledge across the leadership team. Some of our departments, let's call them shared services departments, like IT, public relations, human relations, legal, we get to take advantage of the Internova teams so that we don't have to have our own teams. And that's great because they just have experience working with travel advisors regardless of how they sell, where they sell, or what they sell. So it's been great for us.
No, and indeed, one of the panels you had the entire Internova team, JD, who's your president and CEO, and then of course Mike Batt, who's the chairman. Who I see a Mike Batt sighting every few years. I think it might have the last one was at your conference, and he's great. And I've known Mike for so long, but I really don't see him much anymore.
His final words of advice to our advisors about being an entrepreneur. I mean, I think of Mike when I think of entrepreneur and just the advice that he had for them. But then they also heard from Angie Lasea, who's my counterpart on the global travel collection side, from Jeremy Van Kuyk, who's our
the big
CIO.
IT guy.
He's our IT guy. And of course, Peter Validas, who's Mr. Air.
Peter is Mr. Air, and of course I should have said it's J.D. O'Hara, who is really wonderful, and I'm sure he's been a great leader for Internet. Everyone loves J.D. And so that team actually came up on stage, and you had the opportunity to
wrangle them in.
Absolutely, you could catch them and ask them about what's going on in Internova.
It was a highlight for a lot of the advisors, because it makes them feel like, if you think about it, our advisors are working from their homes. Right. A lot of them just a single person. Yeah. Then they become part of Nexion, a larger community. And then by being part of Nexion, they're a member of Travel Leaders Network, so they get those benefits. And then, of course, by us being a wholly owned entity of Internova Travel Group, they get the benefits of everything that Internova has. So it really makes them feel great. But at the end of the day, it's their business and their brand with all these resources behind them.
Absolutely. And I remember the one last time I saw Mike Batt was there was a panel with him and Barry Lieben of Zell Travel, which was hilarious. So if I remember that, I think you were moderating that one too. I
moderated that one too. So full circle.
Yeah. So it was a great part of the program the other day. Now I do want to give you a chance to talk about your charitable organization for both Internova and Nexion, and you are actually the president, I believe, or is it the chair or the president? President of Family Bonds, which is actually a wonderful organization that is also celebrating an anniversary at about 10 years right now. Yeah. So what has Family Bonds become today, and how does it help those in the industry in need?
So, the Family Bonds Foundation is celebrating 10 years. It was started 10 years ago by John Lovell, who's now with Virgin Voyages. It was created to help people in the travel industry as well as their communities who might be in need. Some of them are victims of natural disasters, of health challenges. They may be single parents struggling. They may be caregivers of elderly parents or special needs kids. Really anyone who has a financial need, because as an industry we are a family and we want to help each other. So we have raised well over a couple $1 million since we started. In fact, here at Nexion, we're approaching $160,000 just at this event. It's expanded to be supported beyond Nexion, beyond Travel Leaders, beyond Internova, to become more of an industry organization. Signature Travel Network and some of their larger agencies have come on as corporate donors because we realize that we are an industry family. And so anyone in the travel industry can either self-nominate or have nominate someone else. We provide grants 4 times a year. It's the middle of the first month of every quarter. So the deadline for the next grant distribution will be October 15th. But we've just helped so many people, and it's just so heartwarming. So many of our supplier partners have generously donated prizes, and last year we kicked off a corporate donor program. So both travel agencies and suppliers can donate at various levels. Our top donors have donated over $100,000, Alma Waterways and Allianz Partners. But we also have our lowest level corporate donor program starts at $1,000. So we've seen some great pickup on that as well.
So, and you do not have to be part of Internova or Nexion to get a grant. It really, for the entire industry, and as you said, the entire industry is starting to pull together to support it as well.
Absolutely. You don't have to be part of our organization to get a grant, and you certainly don't have to be part of our organization to donate. So the best way to donate is just go to the Family Bonds website, which is www.familybondsfoundation.com.
Fantastic. So it is a wonderful organization. And of course, this year, the fundraiser for Family Bonds, you honored the late Robbie Hamida, who we both know was, what was Robbie's impact on Nexion over the years? I mean, he was the host of this event for many years, and I saw him everywhere for, he was there for how many years he was?
Robbie had been an employee of ours for 17 years, but he was an advisor before that. Huge hole. It's been a really tough year for the team, for the advisors, because he was larger than life. First of all, he had this depth of knowledge. I called him a human encyclopedia. But he also had a passion to connect with people, and he impacted and touched so many people. So it has left certainly a huge hole. We will miss him. I am going to bring someone on board, but I am never going to find another Robbie. So we're going to announce soon our new hire. But they will be in a little bit of a different role because there really is and was only one Robbie. And the industry as a whole, I thought I knew what a big impact he had, but since his passing, just hearing the outpouring from so many people, both within our organization, within our industry, and even outside of our industry, it's been tremendous.
And those suits that he used to wear here were, everybody knew them. I think I had a montage of all the suits. He would have a different one every day that he would wear, really outrageous things and designs, very creative. And of course, his knowledge of aviation was amazing. And of course, if you knew him well, you also knew his knowledge of roller coasters was amazing too.
Correct. Right? And we did not share that passion. But it was heartwarming here, to see. We had a number of tributes to him, and people truly loved him. His husband Warren was able to join us for a couple of days, which was great for us and great for Warren. So
no, that was wonderful. It's just to see that outpouring of, and it was the first story I wrote on my return to the business. I wrote when I saw your Facebook post about Robbie, and I've known him as long as you probably have, because he was very much a presence in this organization, and he will be missed.
Just one quick funny story about Robbie. So I mentioned he was one of our advisors. We were having lunch at a conference, and he said, I'm thinking of closing my travel business because I'd love to go work for a host agency. do you know anyone who might be interested? That was Robbie. You know, he just put it out there, and how could I not bring him on board?
No, that's it. You're kind of like putting you on the spot. And yeah, but he's great. So why not take him?
Exactly. He fondly called himself Jackie's lackey, but he was so much more than that. So.
Yeah, well, he was a great guy. He will be missed, and I'd certainly on the theme park side, I always like to go to the roller coasters, and with him we used to compete, and he will be missed again. I wasn't going to win that one, but anything else you want to tell our travel advisors here about Nexion Travel Group today?
You know, Nexion Travel Group is an ideal home for travel advisors, regardless of where they are in their journey, whether they're brand new or seasoned vets. We're a family and a community. The collaborative spirit just absolutely motivates and inspires me every day. And so if you're interested in learning more about Nexion and if we're a good fit for your business, we'd love to chat with you. You can just visit our website at www.nexion.com or you can email sales@nexion.com. I have a great team. They'd love to chat with you to see if we're a good fit for each other.
Fantastic. Well, Jackie, great to see you here. I wouldn't have missed this one, 30th anniversary. I try not to miss any of them, but I've been coming here for a long time, and again to see the history of this great organization and how many people you've helped become travel advisors and successful travel advisors is really encouraging. And now as we are in the renaissance of being a travel advisor, this is a great organization that can help you if you're looking for something. And if you're outside of the industry or if you're in it. So great. Again, great to see you here.
Great to see you. And before I leave, I don't know when this is going to air, but today is your birthday.
This
so
is true.
Birthday,
Happy birthday,
James.
Thank you so much, Jackie. I always have my birthdays very often at Nexions. Right?
Well, we just want to wish you a happy birthday and happy to celebrate with you.
Thank you. Great to be here. I'm James Shillinglaw here at Nexion. Hopefully I'll be here again next year to do this again. I'm invited again. I'm not sure where it is. It's going to be announced later. And this is Insider Travel Report.